My name is Rafael, you watch Rock and Roll Garage, and today I'm going to show you 3 pop stars that the Kiss bassist, co-founder, and singer Gene Simmons likes. But first, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment. Well, Gene is one of the biggest rock stars from the past decades, 5 decades, since Kiss was founded in 1973. And he always paid close attention to the music business and is really aware of what's happening in music during these past decades, especially during the past decade. And he talked about a few pop stars that he likes. Let's start. The first one is Lady Gaga. And the interesting thing is that as Kiss, Kiss got Kiss Army. Lady Gaga got the Little Monsters. And the interesting thing is that they almost recorded together, Kiss and Lady Gaga. And this is what Gene Simmons said about her in an interview with a channel called The Greatest Music of All Time that we transcribed. This is what he said. It is in your favor if you have a fan base that feels like they're connected and they have the flag, like in soccer. That is tribalism. It doesn't have to be mean spirit. It's an identity. Gaga, I think, is more talented than all the others because her songs and her are I Was Born This Way. So the music's not just, and I don't mean fluff in a bad way, because there's some wonderful fluff stuff. A lot of the British invasion was all these great songs that you sang and meant nothing. But when a song is saying, you want a revolution, the song is about something. And so if you have a body of work that's about something, you get the beginnings of tribalism. And if you're the embodiment of that tribe, now you've got something. Yes, Gaga's fan base is about that. And of course, she's widening her thing by doing pop, Tony Bennett and all these stuff. She's the real deal. She's got the music chops. She can play, sing. She's a chantos. That's what he said about her. And he also said in an interview with Star Advertiser that she is the only rock star from the past 20 years. And this is what he said. The only real rock star I've seen in the last 20, 25 years is Lady Gaga, who just arrived on the scene. That's a star. She's actually got the musical talent. She can play the piano, she can write songs, she can really sing. I'm not a fan of that kind of music, but she's got the goods. I appreciate all the pop divas, but if you don't play your own instrument and write your own songs, you can't have my admiration, which is not as valid as your fans' admiration. If they're buying your albums, and especially if they're going to see you live, that is much validation as you should ever have. Whether I get or not, that's what Gene Simmons said. And as I said, she almost recorded with Kiss. This almost happened during their final studio album Monster, released in 2012. There's a song called Freak that they wrote and they sent to Lady Gaga, and she accepted to be part of it. However, they ultimately decided to go, just with the band and not get her for the track. So that's what happened. We almost had a partnership between Kiss and Lady Gaga. Let's go to the second one, who is Billie Eilish. She's the youngest on the list. She was born in 2001. It's just crazy for us who are older older than her. And this is what he said about Billie in an interview with US Weekly. The most unique new artist, and I hope she moves on, she's still really young, is Billie Eilish. She's called Billie Eilish, but it's really her brother that creates those sonics, the lyrics, and all that. But the imagery is Billie, because her brother, Phineas, doesn't look like Billie. I believe that's going to be an exciting journey, and there's an awful lot of good music out there. And he also praised her on social media later on, saying, have to say I was blown away by the Billie Eilish documentary. A unique and original artist, her brother Phineas is a major talent, multi-instrumentalist and producer. Catch the documentary. You will love Billie Eilish. And we reached the final one, who is Taylor Swift. And Gene even compared her to Beatlemania. And this is what he said to Page 6 a couple of years ago, transcribed by us. No, there are no current amazing rock bands. Neither you can think of anybody. When we were growing up in the 60s had Led Zeppelin, The Who, The Beatles, Elvis, Deep Purple, Pink Floyd. Later on you had Madonna, Motown, Prince, David Bowie. All that happening at the same time. What's happening now? There's no question Taylor Swift has taken over, and she's great. I'm a fan and I know her. She's really a solid person. Other than that, Taylor, I'm not sure what's cool other than this. And he showed a Kiss photo. He really admires the artist, and in an interview with Forbes magazine, he also talked about her. He said, her success is well deserved. She's young, she paid her dues, she started off in her early teens as a country singer and decided for herself to broaden her thing, because she decided, not because there were any rules that she was going to follow. I've met her a few times. She's a very impressive young lady. So that's what he said about her. And, you know, it's just really cool to see Gene Simmons talking about those artists, because in rock and roll, the rock and roll scene, people usually are only focused on rock and roll and heavy metal. They don't accept anything else, especially pop music. But I think, I'm mainly a rock and roll, heavy metal, blues fan. But I love pop music from, the 50s to the 80s and the 90s. And there's some good stuff during these past decades too. I love a lot of the Lady Gaga stuff as well. These are all talented artists and all incredible musicians that although might not like their music, it's undeniable their success and how influential they are nowadays. If you want to read more, go to the description, visit the article I wrote about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and see you later.